What's up, YouTube? It's your boy LI Visualizations coming back at you with another video. No, I haven't changed that intro, and no, I'm going to change it too. In fact, it's been about 4 months since I've uploaded a video. And I told myself 2023 was going to be the year that I was going to upload consistently. And it didn't happen. So hopefully in 2024, your boy makes it come true by uploading at least one video a week. And today, we're going to talk about this photo right here. Oh, look, the magnet came off. We'll talk about this photo right here. So now, as my light is shining on there, this is one of the photos I took, one of the first photos I took, with my Nikon Z6 on the 24-70 F4 and on a tripod. I probably think I was using the bin roll tripod, which is this tripod right here that I still have. I don't ever use this tripod anymore. Not because I don't like it or anything. It's too bulky. It's too bulky. But I took it, like I said, on the 24-70 F4. Rest in peace, 24-70 F4. I left you on a train. It's my original Nikon Z6 and a Windows laptop. That was a lot of money. It was, yeah. But anyways, I digress. So I'll probably pull this picture up right now and I can tell you what I'm talking about. So even when I first took this photo, and all my friends, of course your friends are going to say they love the photo. Because why wouldn't they? Because they're your friends. But if they're your real friends, they would tell you what they don't like about it. So anyways, I'll tell you what I don't like about it as I look at it. So if you look at the photo, it's not that sharp. And it's over-processed too. It's not that sharp and it's over-processed. And what I mean by over-processed is that some of the saturation, it's a little bit too much. Just a little bit too much. So I think, like I said, I think I took this picture probably 6 years ago. Or maybe 5 years ago. Or one of those two. And I'm, like I said, this year I'm going to recreate this photo. But as I went out this time, so this time I went out, of course I had the Nikon Z6II with me, and what I shot on that day was a Nikon Z8 with the 24-120, which is this gem right here. And I had a step-up ring from Polar Pro, and I had the Polar Pro Summit base kit, along with the ND64. Is that correct? ND64? Yeah, the ND64 and a circular polarizer. So my setup was the Peak design, not the carbon kind, because your boy ain't got that kind of money. So I had the heavier version. So the Peak design, the Nikon Z8, the Summit, the 24-120, the step-up ring, and that's what I took the photos on that I'm going to show you in a second. So anyway, as I'm walking down, I can't remember the name of the lane, sidewalk, whatever you want to call it. As I'm walking down with all my stuff, and I get to the spot where I want to take photos at, I'm setting up. These people come and stop by me and ask me what I was, they asked me what I was doing, and I was like, do I be cheeky and tell them I'm not doing anything? So I said, no, I won't be cheeky. All in my mind, I go, oh, I'm set up for a time lapse later on tonight. You know, they're like, oh, did you know there would be fireworks tonight? I go, oh, I did not know there would be fireworks tonight. Good thing your boy wasn't cheeky. Good thing your boy wasn't cheeky. So I was like, oh, I can do long exposure fireworks. Now the thing about me taking firework pictures is that every time I've taken them, they come out like shite, just bad, just really, really bad. So instead of recreating the picture that I wanted to recreate, because the cloud coverage basically sucked. I'll show you that in a second. So let's get on talking about what I did take a picture of. Alright, now let's go through the photos I got to take while I was at National Harbor. So as I'm walking down the path to set up, I came across this little gem. It's not a great photo or anything like that, but I just like the way the helicopter was coming off the sun. So this is, of course, right before sunset. Every photo here that will be critiquing it was taken on the Nikon Z8. This was at 93 millimeters at f4 1/1000th of a second, and the ISO is 6400. So this is the first long exposure of the day, and this is where I realized that, A, I won't be able to recreate this photo because the cloud coverage is shite. So, yeah, good thing that people told me about the fireworks that were going to be launching off that night, because that did come as a pleasant surprise. So this is at 24 millimeters, taking at f/22 at 30 seconds at ISO 32. Here, I just like the way the sun was glistening off that building, reflecting it all back into the water, right off the Ferris wheel. So, and this was taken at f/22, 30 seconds, and ISO 32 at 46 millimeters. And now we can get where the sun is setting. So, I probably should have did a little bit longer exposure on this one, but I still like it. So this is at f4, 36 millimeters, 30-second exposure at ISO 400. And what I do like about this photo is if you zoom in, you can see that the Ferris wheel is spinning quite fast, even though it's not going that fast. It's going very slow, actually. But I just like the way the effect looks. So now we get into the fireworks. Now, like I said to you before, every time I've taken photos of fireworks, they always came out like shite. For some reason, I read up on some things, and when I was in Boston for my friend's surprise birthday party, his boss was a photographer, and she told me some tips and tricks to do, and I incorporated those, and they came out wonderful. So this was taken at 24 millimeters at f4, 13-second exposure at ISO 500. It's one of my favorite photos there, but not my favorite photo. This here would have been my favorite photo if your boy would have had it in landscape mode instead of portrait mode. Because I just like the way all the fireworks are going off at once. I like the 30-second exposure, the ISO 400 at 44 millimeters at f4. But yeah, I had the wrong composition on here. I should have had it in landscape mode. But I still like the photo. So here is another view of National Harbor. I probably will have to edit this one again. If you look towards the right-hand side, there's 3 little white trails down there that just doesn't fit with the photo. So I'm gonna have to go back and re-edit and take those out. And I do wish I had a longer exposure time, because this is at 13 seconds and the water isn't as still as I want it to be at ISO 500 at 24 millimeters at f4. Now this one is another one of my favorite photos. It's just a little dark, but I do like the 3 levels of the fireworks going off. It was taken at f4 at 39 millimeters for 10 seconds at ISO 400. I might go back and re-edit this photo to give the buildings a little bit more pop, because they kind of just blend into the background. So I have to figure out if I can do that better and see if I can brighten it up just a tad. But I do like this photo. And now we come to the creme de la creme, the chef's kiss, or just my favorite photo. So this is my favorite photo of the night that I took there. I think this towards the end of the crescendo. I like all the fireworks that are going off. You can see a little smoke that's going off. This was taken at 13 seconds. I do wish I had a longer exposure on this one, but hey, it is what it is. At ISO 500, at 24 millimeters at f4. I might go back and re-edit part of this, because if you look closely at the water, there's a stick sticking out, so I'll probably take that out. Clean up the sky a little bit. Because there's no clouds, but clean up the sky a little bit. But all in all, I must say that from the tips and tricks that my friend's boss's wife gave me for fireworks, came out great. I also probably need a darker exposure, probably ND 1000. But I do really like the way that my photos came out this time for taking fireworks. I really do like that. But for part of my thing this year is to like I told you before, is to recreate that National Harbor photo. Hopefully first time in its first quarter, I'll be able to recreate that photo so it can be sharp and not oversaturate like I did last time. But until then, happy shooting.